Ready to elevate your bathroom design skills to a whole new level? Imagine transforming your small space into a stunning sanctuary. Join me on my new series as we explore interior design secrets.
Here's my mom.
Hello.
Angel.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Angel Burris. Today, I'm going to be sharing tips and ideas on how to design a small bathroom. When you're assessing your space, take a moment to size up your bathroom. Take a picture of your space and make sure that you measure. Measure twice, measure 3 times, measure as many times as you want to. We want to make sure to be very deliberate about how we plan out our space as to avoid mistakes in the future. What about your vanity? Do you not have a lot of products that you use? You maybe want to install shelves or maybe like a built-in niche. Decide on how you want to use the space, depending on what you need. The next thing you want to do is to create a vision. I like to start off with a mood board. Love Milanote. It's more of a creative visualization tool, and I love to use it because there's templates on there that you can simply drag and drop your own images and it's already preset, ready to go. That's a really big tool that I like to use. On top of using Pinterest, making sure that you put together your idea of what you're going for helps to keep you on track, and it helps to keep you on budget as well. Okay, let's talk about space-saving solutions. Think sleek floating shelves that display your collection and compact features that are functional and chic. Who says small can't be grand? What about lighting and mirrors? Try to make sure you're always in your best light. From the soft glow of natural light to strategically placed overhead light, you definitely want to create an ambiance that feels like a spa. The last thing you want is to have bright lights in there that scream, I'm in a hospital. You make sure to choose lighting that is of a lower color temperature that doesn't glare and seem overwhelming, so that you can have a nice and restful, relaxing time in your design bathroom or in your space, or any space. Mirrors, you want to stand out. Get a mirror that makes a statement, because there's not really many places in a small bathroom make a statement. So as soon as you walk in, seeing that big beautiful mirror above your vanity, it's going to really set you apart and set the tone. All right, let's talk about colors and patterns. I love light and airy things. Love. If you haven't noticed, light and airy spaces. And that's actually what I recommend for you if you have a small bathroom that you're trying to design. Use light and airy elements that give you a sophisticated but yet clean and modern look. In terms of patterns, it depends. It depends on what you're going for. If you're going for a kind of like a wow moment in your space, whether it be a bathroom or any other space, you want to make sure that your patterns and your textures support each other. Whatever it is, make sure that things tie into each other. If you have large veining in your countertops, you probably don't want to do a really bold shower curtain as well. Make sure that you have a focal point so that your eyes are drawn to that one thing and have everything else around it supporting it, as to not overwhelm the space. Because we're talking about a small bathroom, guys. You can overwhelm it like that. Make sure that the patterns that you have are no more than, I would say, 2 to 3 patterns that support each other. It can get ugly real quick, and we all know that we want to avoid ugly at all costs, right? Functional and beautiful is possible. Let me give you guys an example of what I think is overkill for a small space, or any space for that matter. Picture a tile like this on the floor. Beautiful tile. It's got a variation of 3 colors. Very subtle, but also a little ornate. I mean, it can get kind of crazy if you add things like a shower curtain that is ridiculous. And by ridiculous, I don't mean ridiculous as in the shower curtain itself is ridiculous, but the combination of the 2 or 3 can be ridiculous. Look at this. Beautiful fabric. A lot going on, right? Now look at the 2 together. No, it's too much. For those of you who are like me, you like a little more minimalist and more sophisticated vibe, you would never do these 2 things together. This clashes so hard. There's no cohesiveness. It's just all over the place. But check this out. See how subtle this is in comparison to this? See? Although there's a lot of things that are going on in this piece of fabric as opposed to this piece of fabric, it's still very subtle, so that you can let your floor tiles shine, or your backsplash, or whatever it is. See how that's a little bit more subtle? The floor is still able to shine while you add in a little bit of color that supports what you currently have, and it doesn't completely overwhelm this. If you walk into a bathroom and you had this on the floor and this, no one would look at this. They would look at this, and then they would probably glance down and be like, damn.
I'm sorry.
So opt for a contrast, but a contrast that is supportive as opposed to just loud screaming taking over. Another thing that I would do if I were gonna have these two things in a space is I would have a little bit more subtle flooring. Something like this on the floor, something like this on the backsplash, and then add in a rug for drying off your feet when you get out of the shower. See that? Very subtle. They all complement each other, but nothing's overwhelming. And then if you want to add in a beautiful, beautiful shower curtain, something like this. You see how all the colors go well together? I think that this is going to be really supportive, but yet not overwhelming to your space. And that's exactly what you want to do. You don't want to overwhelm any space that you're in. You always want to make sure to go along with what it is that you have, the architecture of the space, and the color that you like. Smart organization. What's the point of keeping things in your space that you no longer use and that don't serve you? You don't have time for that. It's a small bathroom. Everything should have its own place, and you should be flexible enough to make sure that you move things depending on what you're feeling at the moment. I reorganize and restyle my shelving once a week just because I like to keep things fresh and keep my husband on his toes. He never knows where I'm going to put something, but he does know that it's always going to have a space and it's going to look fabulous. All right, there you go. You've created a beautiful design by simply implementing these elements that we discussed. Can you imagine stepping into your space and feeling like it's a sanctuary, it's an oasis, despite the size? Well, that's what you're going to be able to do if you follow all of these tips. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment down below. If you want, you can go ahead and like the video, and if you're really feeling inclined, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of your time, and I hope to see you guys on the next video where we talk about the kitchen. See you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.